Hi everybody, Coach Eller, Anderson County Elementary Cross Country. Want to take a minute to make a video. Hopefully we can reach everybody this way and explain things clearly. Practices, that's the biggest question right now. When are we practicing? Where are we practicing? And I know because we're practicing in 3 different places, that does make it confusing, but I want the kids to get used to the experience of running on different courses. And I also, the original goal was trying to make it more convenient for parents, for all of you. So here's the practice schedule. On Mondays, the entire team practices together, and that's at 5 o'clock, and that will be at Emma B. Ward. And 5 o'clock, we don't have to worry about bus lines or anything like that. You can just come around to the back bus circle where the, what they call the intermediate playground over by the cornfield. That's where you drop off at 5 o'clock on Wednesdays, and practice goes for an hour. On Tuesdays we're also at Emma B. Ward, but the practice times are 3:30 and 4:30, and each practice is 50 minutes. So the first practice goes from 3:30 to 4:20. The second practice is 4:30 to 5:20. Now, pickup and drop offs a little differently. If you are a EBW student, you can bring a note and they can stay with me. I will be there at dismissal. They can stay with me right after school, and I will take them out at 3:25. They would need to bring a note, a bottle of water, a change of clothes if they need that, okay? If you're coming from another school, and this is important because of all the bus traffic and car rider traffic and just the chaos that after schools have been, we need everyone on the cross-country team to park in the parking lot in front of the building. Do not try driving around. Do not get up in that drop-off area right in front of the school where the buses go. So park in one of the parking spaces, preferably down on the south end of the parking lot, which if you're looking at Emma B. Ward, it's on the right end. Park there, walk your child up to the playground by the cornfields where we'll meet, and just walk them across the traffic. And if you see me, you can let them go. You don't have to come all the way, but just make sure you see me. There might be an instance where I'm not there, and I definitely don't want you to leave your child if I'm not there. All right, then you pick up, you pull around the building and come into the bus circle. We're fine at 4:20 for that. Same thing with the drop off for the 4:30 practice. You can come around to the back, no problem. It's only that right after school where we've got all the other traffic we have to be careful of. All right, that is Tuesdays. On Wednesdays, we're at the middle school at 5 o'clock. So Monday and Wednesday are at 5 o'clock. Emma B. Ward on Monday, middle school on Wednesday. And that'll be the practice where same place we did our tryouts. And that practice will go for an hour as well. So Wednesday there, bring your towel, bring your water always. Thursdays, we're gonna be at Robert B. Turner. And I imagine, I haven't been there at dismissal yet, but I imagine it gets backed up and it gets a little crazy. So here's what we're asking parents not to do. Practice will be at 3:30. If you're coming from another school, do not get there before 3:25. I don't care if you're a few minutes late, you'll never get in trouble for being a few minutes late. Do not get there before 3:25. And actually we have a lot of Robert B. Turner students, so if the EBW and SAFL kids all want to do the 4:30, that would be fine. But again, if 3:30 works for you and you can get there, that's great too. Same deal, when you come into Robert B. Turner, you're gonna need to park in the front of the building and then walk your child around to the back. And we'll meet, I think we're gonna meet on the basketball court around behind the building before we start our run. So that's at Robert B. Turner. Those practices are 3:30 to 4:20, 4:30 to 5:20. So same times. Now for pickup and dropping off for second practice, yeah, definitely you can drive around the building and be for there. Okay, I am trying to share the calendar that will have all this, the practice times and dates on it. It'll also have I've got the first 5 meets scheduled, and on each meet, there'll be a link, on the digital version, there'll be a link to that meets webpage with the information. It'll have a registration button. I'm registering the students. I'm just sharing that so you can see it to know where it is, and the times and all that'll be on there. We are having some difficulty with the calendars and stuff because our school, we locked down so much of our own stuff so we don't have hackers and things sharing that shouldn't be shared out. It's just our security. We lock down so much that sometimes it makes it hard to share stuff to people that are not school students or school employees like most of our parents. So I'm trying to work around that, trying to make that work. You may see some stuff from my personal Gmail account, which is ypjeff@gmail. That may be the workaround that I use, just doing it using that account. But trying to get all that out. Our first meet is this coming Tuesday, and it is a meet for every runner gets to go. I know some meets we're going to have to limit it to just our fastest runners. We'll call it our varsity and reserve. But this first meet is for everybody. So hopefully to see all 60 some of you out there. It will be at Woodford County. The students, and here's, I'm just going to make it more confusing. When we go to meets, we have to ride the bus together. All runners have to ride the bus. If they show up at the meet and they didn't ride the bus, I can't let them run, okay? That's kind of a hard and fast rule right now. If you have an issue with that, please call me. We'll figure it out. But you have to ride the bus. Now, at the meet, you can sign them out with me and take them home on your own. That's totally good. But you have to ride the bus to the meet as a team. This meet next Tuesday is at Woodford. The run starts at 6 o'clock. Students need to be at Saffel Street at 4:30 to ride the bus. 4:30 is the bus time at Saffel Street. We'll always meet for the buses at Saffel Street. So we have practices at the middle school, Ward and Turner. The buses will leave at Saffel. I'm using Saffel because that's my home-based school where my office is, and I have better access to the building if we need restrooms and all that kind of stuff. So we'll just have that access and ability for that. Okay. If that's not confusing enough, I'm sure I can confuse you more later. I do want to say thank you for bringing your kids and helping them get involved and encouraging them. Continue running on the weekends. Help them work on good eating habits. And we're going to have a great season. And I look forward to all that we're going to do. Thanks.